Fuck you talking about this like that? Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time, nigga. We finna get into another person's story on Hood Boys in the Hood. But the main thing that I want to touch on is this. If you ain't seen my nigga story for Mossberg, please check it out. I really want to have people check that shit out because you know what I'm saying, I'm sick of seeing young black males getting taken out of their prime and getting taken away from their dreams so early. We finna get into Baby Duke though. You feel me? We finna see what's up with that nigga. He a crip apparently, and I think he rolling 60s, I think it say. But make sure y'all check that episode out. And I got a bunch of other shit y'all might want to check out. I done did Death Row shit, all type of shit. But we out. Peace.
Welcome to Boys in the Hood TV. Today we're going to be discussing the story of Baby Duke, known as the Squabble King from the rolling 60s. Now, Brian Buchanan, aka Baby Duke, was a reputable member of the 60s ever since his teen years. Now, he was born in 1976 in the Hyde Park area. Now, early on, he would witness his family and friends lose their lives by either being affiliated or being actual members. Now, Duke would eventually attend Horace Mann Junior High School, which was a breeding ground for squabbles. Now, different hoods like the 60s, the 9-0s, and the 8 trays all went here. Now, if you had never been into a fight in your life, this would be the school where you would get your first fade. Now, it was said that Duke was a menace at Horace, even stealing another kid's Levi jean coat and then wearing it the next day in front of the same kid who he stole the jeans from. Now, by the time he hit high school, Baby Duke would be put onto the hood, and he would be repping the 6-0s super hard at Crenshaw High School. Now, although he was gangbanging, Duke was still book smart and made sure he still attended classes. But like a lot of students, his tendency to run the streets would cause him to go into continuation school for the remainder of his high school term. Now, in his younger years as a 60 member, he looked up to some of the older homies like Lil Bam from 6-0, who also took a liking to Duke due to his squabbles. But Big Duke and Bo D from the 60s would give Baby Duke his name. Now, in 1988, Duke would have his first baby girl named Sheree with his high school girlfriend. Now, being a father at his early age was a very hard thing, especially being a teenager and not having any real income. So this would leave Baby Duke to hustling in the streets. Now, the rolling 60s were known for having certain places in the hood that they would go to fight, and they would call them Thunderdomes. Now, one of the most well-known areas was the 54th Street Elementary School, which set right in the 60s neighborhood. Now, most of the time they went up there to play basketball and different things like that, but for the most part, it was where everybody would run fades and handle DPs at. And this is where Baby Duke would earn a lot of respect from his fellow 60 members and get his squabble game up. But not long after, Duke's tendency to fight would land him into trouble with the law and get him a short stint at juvie. Now, once he finally got out, Duke had become even more crafty with his hands. Now, by the early 90s, during a friendly game of football...
Man, look, I want to stop this real quick. First of all, if you have a child and you have a child at an early age, I need you to know you got to change your life, man. You got to grow up a little bit faster. You got to move a little bit wiser. You got to do better because your child don't have time for you to be in jail. You can't take care of your child from behind no bars. Don't matter if it's a camp or whatever you thinking it is. You can't protect your child from behind no bars, nigga. If somebody do something to your baby, where you going to be at? Another thing is, nigga, you need to be focusing on getting out the streets and getting your life on the right path because you need to be there to raise your baby because you can't raise your baby if you're fucking dead. And nigga, yeah, don't let the homies play you out your position because your child is more important than the motherfucking homies, nigga. Your child is more important than fighting some nigga on the street who might come back and kill your ass or who might try to kill your ass on the spot, nigga. Because a lot of niggas ain't finna take no L's, especially nowadays. You gotta understand, niggas will come back and niggas will be ready at some point. At some point, you're gonna bump into one of them two things if you don't bump into jail. So you need to realize and open your eyes, take a step back, you know what I'm saying, and grow. Fuck these niggas and these lame ass bitches if that's the case.
A 16-year-old Baby Duke was said to get into an altercation with another man from the hood, and he would punch this dude so hard in his mouth, his tooth would go flying in the air. Now, Baby Duke was also known for kicking it and hanging out with a lot of older OGs from the hood, especially the Tiny Lokes from the turf. This is where Duke picked up that old school fighting mentality. Now, when it come to running fades, there was no age limit to who Duke would fight. It was said that he would even fight dudes that was 2 times his size and didn't back down an inch. He was just one of those young dudes that loved to fight no matter who was against. Now, he not only inherited the old school fight mentality, but he kept the old school Crip appearance up, like rocking the khakis with his flag. As most would call him, he was a young G with an old soul. Now, over the next several years, Duke would be hustling in the streets to take care of his family. Now, when it comes to hustling out here to trying to make ends meet, Duke would find himself in and out of jail on different various charges. Now, around 95, Duke would take a major loss when his homie, Bo D from the 60s, would be killed by members of the Pyrus at a death row party at the El Rey Theater.
He came, allegedly, he was on the DJ's guest list. DJ Quick was having this big problem with MC8 at the time. Quick had just got off stage performing, and they were walking by, and he was just hollering at him and, started pointing at Quick and disrespecting Quick. And then the melee started.
That nigga on Bloods, nigga on woo woo woo, nigga on Crip, nigga on woo woo woo. And it was just, it happened like that.
Now, Duke will eventually go on to have another baby girl by the name of Maya, adding to his family. Now, around the same time, he would make it official with his high school sweetheart, Misha, and ask her to marry him. Now, during Duke's wedding, Duke made sure he stayed G'd up and repping the 60s by rocking his blue NY Yankees fitted hat during the entire wedding. Now, throughout the hood, Duke would become somewhat of a hood star, riding around in his 96 Impala.
My nigga, you can't get married without your flag, my nigga. You can't even enjoy love without your flag, nigga. You can't enjoy life without the gang, nigga. It's that deep, my nigga. You bleeding that blue, my nigga. Like, come on. You can't separate yourself for 2 seconds, nigga. God damn.
He did love his hood. He definitely loved his family much more, especially his oldest daughter, who he was very protective of, even the night of her prom. But of course, in any hood, there's always going to be a lot going on. But Duke was one of those G's that believed in loyalty and respect more than anything. Now, at the time, rumors had been floating around the hood that one of the homies from the set had some smut on their name, and they had been talking to the police. So Duke, being who he was, somebody that was always frontlining, he wanted to press the issue and see what was really going on. On February 6, 2007, at around 2 a.m., Baby Duke would pull up on 11th Ave in the hood. Now, outside was a few homies from the 60s, including the alleged Snitch. Now, as we all know,
man, if you still pushing the fucking line and pushing the issue at fucking like whatever age he was at this point in time, bitch, what the fuck, bro? Your daughter just went off to prom, nigga. Let that shit go, nigga. Let it go, nigga. Niggas can't let that he go and they pride go, bro. Let that shit go, my nigga. You got too much going on, too much to lose, bro.
Duke loved to squabble more than anything before he'd ever pull out a gun. Now, being the G that Duke was, he hopped out, approached the alleged Snitch, and had a brief conversation with him. Now, it was not exactly clear on what words were exchanged between Duke and his other 60 member, but it was enough to piss this person off. And as Duke turned his back after the conversation, that's when the other 60 member, he pulled out a strap and opened fire. Duke would be hit multiple times in his back before hitting the pavement. Immediately, everybody would break out and take off running. Police and EMTs would arrive shortly after, and they would immediately rush Duke to a nearby hospital. But sadly, hours later, Brian Buchanan, aka Baby Duke, would die at the age of 31 from his injuries. I would like to thank everybody for tapping in.
Nigga, you was 31, nigga. Man, let that shit go, nigga. When you get in them 30s, let that shit go, nigga. When you get in your mid-20s, let that shit go, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck all of that. These niggas is tripping. You fucking tripping. You just left behind daughters and all type of shit, nigga. You tripping cause a nigga snitch, nigga. Cause a nigga snitch, nigga. You know how many niggas is snitching in California, yay, nigga? Especially in LA, nigga. You know how many Crips is snitching today, nigga? Don't risk your life over no dumb shit, bro. That's the dumbest shit he could have just went outside and did. Nitty, I just said, bro, ain't nobody trying to fucking fight, nigga. Everybody ain't trying to fight, nigga. Everybody ain't got time to be squabbling with you, nigga. Everybody ain't got time to be rolling on the floor with you, boy. Ain't nobody finna just sit there and be letting you punch on them neither, nigga. Y'all niggas is missing the point, bro. It's bigger than that, bro. Like, we bigger than that, bro. We bigger than that. Not even to say we bigger than, like, fighting. I'm saying we bigger than nonsense and senseless violence, bro. Cause he really ain't had to run up on the nigga. You got a whole ass family, nigga. You got real fucking responsibilities and you out here playing motherfucking super thug. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. This was a whole waste of time right here, bro. I ain't even going to, matter of fact, cause I don't want to disrespect the man. But like, no, he wasted all that time and energy, bro. You wasted all that time and energy, nigga. I hope your daughters is doing well and your family is good, nigga. Because you wasted all that energy, nigga. You hustle for these people. You grinded for these people. You was flagging at your wedding, nigga, and they still, the niggas who you was flagging for popped you. I'm finna get up out of here, bro. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. This is why I keep saying, bro, what did you gangbanging for? Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't see nothing attractive about none of this. Ain't no money, ain't no bitches. He was still living in the hood. He was still in the hood doing nothing, basically. If he had time to go run up on a nigga for snitching. Nipsey ain't even run up on a nigga for snitching. Nigga ran up on him for snitching. Then shot him because he called him a snitch. That's a whole nother story. Nigga ain't want to squabble with the nigga. Now he told the nigga move around. These niggas think they gonna fight. He just told on somebody, bro. You really think he gonna fight you? He ain't that type of nigga. He ain't got them characteristics, bro. He just told on somebody. Remember that. If a nigga a snitch, he gonna kill you for sure if you threaten him because they got scared. They got scared on both sides of the fence. They got scared of you and they got scared of the motherfucking people. But if they get scared of the people before they get scared of you, and the people legally can't just kill them, nigga, that should let you know they not gonna fight you, nigga. Are you dumb or are you stupid, nigga? I'm out though, man. Peace. RIP to this man, man. Gone too motherfucking soon. But you was 31, man. You should have fucking knew better. You should have fucking already thought better.